discussion and/or music here. What in the world?
Behind the board report, about 3 or 4 handouts, there should be one that looks like this in your packet. And so the music teachers know, I really didn't write anything about it other than that you two guys were going to be here and the handout was in their packet. So
Okay.
the floor is yours.
All right. What we have here is for a trip for the band and choir to San Antonio next April. We came up with San Antonio as our destination. I'll give you a quick rundown of activities that are planned here. First stop will be in Oklahoma City to tour the Federal Building Memorial, and then some browsing of the historic area of Oklahoma City before driving to San Antonio that first night. The second day is an afternoon at Six Flags Amusement Park with the possibility of a performance there. Performances and clinic won't be able to be scheduled until the fall because that's when they'll schedule for the next spring. So we don't have all the details yet, but just a couple little things outstanding. Day 3 is a workshop for the band and choir at a local college or university. Again, that will be scheduled in the fall. Also, then we'll be touring that afternoon the Alamo with an IMAX presentation. And then a show that night at a theater. Day 4 is tour of the city, some free time at the historic market area, and a tour of the San Antonio River down through town, and then a roundup at a dude ranch. That will be the evening meal for that, sort of like, so just let your imagination run on that one. I really don't know that much about that. The 5th day is a couple of museums that we thought the kids would find a little more interesting. The Ripley's Believe It or Not and the Guinness Book of World Records Museum, they're both right down in the same area of San Antonio. So figure if you're going to do one, might as well do both. And then also that'll be on our way. Day 5 we will start to head back from San Antonio. We'll stop for a tour of some natural caverns in that area. Again, I don't know that much about it. I'm going a lot on our tour guides information here. Basically, just some other things that come with this. You get a tour guide, security guards at night in the hotel. Let's see. All gratuities are made. 1 meal a day is covered under the tour package. That will be breakfast every day is covered. The students be responsible. I got to find out a little more about that. I'm assuming the dude ranch and stuff.
Some of those dinners.
Some of the big dinners, like the dude ranch stuff, will be covered under the package. Some won't. There's also there's also insurance that comes along with it. They get a name badge and basically identification information. Like I said, there's a few things left to work out, such as where the performances will be, and where and with who the workshop will be. But those are all things that have to be done in the fall. That's a basic overview, Brian. Anything to add?
Good job.
Thank you.
Mr. Windstar and Carol.
Yes.
Okay.
How many students are?
I grabbed our enrollment information. There are 72 signed up for choir and I believe 61 for band. With some double ups in there, we're probably looking at about 115 to 120 students.
I'll make a comment here and then you can react to it. I think it's a heck of a nice trip. I'd like to take it myself. But I only noticed, I think on one day, that there was much said about music, workshop at a college, and then chance for performance. Neither one of those, I think that was on, what, day?
Performances, there's a possibility of 2 performances.
2 performances.
The workshop, and then there's going to see a performance.
sure that there's some music
Yes.
interwoven in here.
Yeah. I think Brian, it'll depend on venue location. There will be at least one performance. We'd like two. That'll depend on location, availability of venues. And there's also seeing a show of some form, whatever's available down there at the time. Again, we'll find more about that as the time comes. But there will be seeing a performance. And then there's that entire morning that's a workshop.
We really like the idea of course, we want to put on at least one or more public performances, but we also like the idea of having that morning workshop. This trip's going to be just shortly before our large group contest, and so anytime you can go and get outside clinician help from, college professor or something like that, it's always helpful.
There might even be opportunities for some smaller group performances along the Riverwalk.
That's always a possibility. I don't see why that couldn't be worked in. That'll be shortly after solo contest. So
And we have all the band uniforms, so everybody's going to look
we have all the band
together.
uniforms.
Well,
Don't go there.
I've got a few more here on my list than I expected. I'm hoping they all we can find one that fits for everyone.
And you'll probably be seeing me again because I now have more kids than I have rooms. So you'll be seeing me again before too long.
Thanks for the warning.
I'm giving you a heads up. Take a 0 off of his, and that's what you're looking at for mine.
Are there any days that are no school days that?
We're leaving on a weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then we'll go right up to Easter break. So basically the kids will be, I think, 3 days they miss.
Okay, that's good. I just wondered,
Yeah,
We tried to minimize that as much as possible.
tried to incorporate that spring break a little bit, but I see it's not, it's as big as, it's not.
Do we need a motion about this, or can it be a consensus?
You need a
We need
motion.
a motion for them to proceed. All
And
we're
it will-
going to do is just...
How much money do you have raised so far?
Most of the students, we've done 2 fundraisers here this last year. Most of the students have raised some,
But the students, it's going to cost each student
900.
900 some.
Okay, and there's no lump sum check from us. It's just each student and chaperone owes that much. So it's it's kind of dependent on how much a student wants to pay out of their own pocket and how much they've wanted to fundraise. Some kids, we've said we're going to have 4 fundraisers for you. We did 2 last year. We're going to do 2 this upcoming year. Some of them have really hit the streets and sold a lot, and other kids have just said, Mom and Dad are just going to write a check. So it kind of depends on the student.
So my fundraising, if I would do it, would be individual. I went out and I raised
Yeah.
$450.
However much money you raise is how much you give
So our
towards your
cutoff
trip.
already has $450 toward the $955 or
Right,
whatever.
exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Each kid has their own account.
Yeah, correct. We've got that all hashed out.
Since I've taken kids, and longer, not quite as long and far away as this, the thing that I wonder about is supervision. How many people are going to take besides?
We, in the past, have basically taken 1 chaperone for every 8 kids.
Really?
Does WinStar send anybody with you?
Yes.
1 or 2?
1 or 2, I think.
So 2.
If every parent comes with us that has talked to us, we're going to have about a 1-to-1 ratio, actually. We've had a
I'm gonna
lot.
say, I did the last DC trip, and it was about 1 to 7, 1 to 8.
I'll move that we approve the music trip. I'll second.
Okay, moved and seconded for the WLBA board to approve the music trip. Any other discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries here.
Entertain the same motion from the SAC board?
I so move.
Second? Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.